What's up, everybody? Let's do this thing. Here we go. Let's kick this thing off. Boom. Hello, hello. So I have went out and bought a gravity feed of this Thor set that came out today. Happy release day, everyone, for checking in on this Mighty Thor stuff. I'll be honest with you. I'm starting to get to that point where we can start ramping down on sets, but I am excited about a lot of cards in this set. I started off being a little bit timid about this set, not sure if it was going to be very interesting. I didn't see anything that jumped out to me that screamed really interesting, but the more they spoiled, which, by the way, I like the way that they did it as well, the more that they spoiled and the more articles they released, the more excited I got for this, because I think there are some cool things in this set, and I am a tinkerer through and through. I enjoy messing with stuff. So I went and bought a gravity feed today, and before we open it up, all 90 packs of it on stream, check out this sweet Heimdall. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. So obviously they, with other sets too, and then with this one, they do the promo giveaway. If you buy a full box, they give you a promo card, a full art. In this case, it's a full art. Come on, thing, don't autofocus. Oh, there we go. That looks nice. They give you a full art, and this is a Heimdall, so you don't even need to worry about pulling a Heimdall, even though all of the rarities have this ability. Heimdall, and he's full art, so you don't need to have like a rare or anything, and you get a nice little full art card. Had a cool idea on the way home. Whiz kids, take note. Maybe you could do this. Make these things hollow. That would be so sick. You get a nice full art promo for buying a box, and it's hollow, and you always can just like throw this on your team, use the HXG Global. I think that's personally a really cool idea, but then again, I don't run their company, so I don't get to make business decisions. So I guess that's how that goes. Tell me in the chat if you like that idea. Do you think making this foil is a good idea? I mean, these aren't really in super high demand, so I don't see that, you know, pushing up the price or making it really expensive. But I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to have a nice little thing. Promo, hollow version, foil version. Anyway, let's open some packs because we got a lot to go through. 90 packs of this brand new set. Starting things off, we've got Beta Ray Bill. Common Beta Ray Bill, he's a nice hollow. Prevent the first 2 damage dealt to each Beta Ray Bill. Basically, he's not very good because it's Beta Ray Bill. And we've got Ragnarok. So here's Ragnarok, who does have a super rare version, and I'm not super high on the super rare version. You feel free and tell me if you are. This was the common, and when he attacks, deal 1 to all opposing character dice. So a nice little when attacks ability there. He's kind of expensive. His top side is a 2/7/6 though, so maybe you can justify him. Alright, I need to make room on this desk for all of the dice that are going to pile up. I think I'm just going to toss all the pack trash on the ground. I should have brought a trash can. I'm woefully unprepared to open 90 packs, but we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. What are you guys most excited for in this set? Tell me in the chat if you're hanging out and watching and hanging out with me. What are you most excited for in this set? Here's Hella common. Prep up to 3 non-sidekick dice from your use pile, but it works for both players, so that's kind of bad for both. Got a hollow common Wrecker. Your villain character dice, your other villain character dice get +1/+1. So he's like a baby version of Owlman, which is pretty cool. I need to throw this pack trash this way. I'm just gonna throw it over there. Discard. See you later. Next. Alright, Cruise. Here we go. Now we're getting started. Destroyer. Common Destroyer. Pretty cool card overall. He's got a 2/5/4 on top. Common and uncommon Heimdall. So here's the uncommon Heimdall that... I think this is the common, right? Or is this the uncommon as well? No, this is the common, I think. Or maybe it's that'd be sick if it were the rare. But anyway, you've got your uncommon Heimdall here. I'm gonna put uncommons in this little stack. It's a little dark. This is my first time using this desk in a long time. I rearranged one of my rooms in my place and made this into a sort of a Dice Master's den. It's got a desk, and I use the closet for Dice Mastery storage stuff. We've got see what we got here. We've got, how do you pronounce this? Yarnborn? Yarnbjorn? Anyway, it's a 4-cost fist action that replaces target character die's attack with double its printed attack. I'm going to see if I can get this to focus a little better. How's the focus on your end? Tell me in the chat. Using this as an example, can we make it? Oh, that looks way better. Done, easy, just like that. All right, and on the next one, we've got Rare Fandral, who's a 5-cost, and he makes the purchase cost of 4 or more dice, 1 more to field. Sorry, not the purchase cost. Purchase cost 4 or more dice, 1 more to field. So we've got Rare Fandral here, which is a pretty cool one. Unfortunately, he's 5, so you're not really getting to him in a timely manner unless you're really racing to him, and he doesn't provide enough, I don't think. Doesn't provide enough benefit unless the meta shifts and goes away from all the direct damage and does a bunch of big guys. That'd be pretty cool then. Breath Weapon, I love that they're putting Breath Weapon into other sets. It's one of my favorite abilities. We've got Jane Foster, the uncommon. She's an ally, and then she allows your immortal dice to have a fielding cost of 0, which is really, really good because immortal dice are these just big dudes. And they don't usually do a ton, and they cost a lot, and you kind of need a way to make them better, and that makes them better. And the fact that she's a 2-drop is good. With a 2/3 on top and no fielding cost, that's pretty good too. All right, we've got, speaking of, oh no, he's not the immortal. This is the Intimidate version, common. And he gives his friends Intimidate as well. Beta Ray Bill cannot be targeted by actions or globals. All right, while we're cruising through this, feel free to tell me what you think of draft packs. In general, what do you think of draft packs? Do you like the idea of collecting with draft packs? Here we got a common Thor. He's an immortal, and he has the ability to, the global ability to allow you to pay 2, and then once per turn, deal 1 damage to target character die. And we've got just a blank text Karnak, a 2-drop with a 4/3 on top, which is pretty good, and he's an Inhuman. So maybe we see some nice little Inhuman usage in the upcoming sets. We do have another set coming out soon. Hopefully they push that one back a little bit just to give everyone some time to get excited for it. We got a Malekith, which, talking about the super rares in this set, Malekith is probably the one you want to pull. He's just an amazing card. He's a 4-cost. This one's a 4-cost as well. This one allows you to prep a die from your bag when you use an action die. He's a 3/6 on top, which is decent. He's going to stay in the field unless you remove him. We've got a rare Nick Fury, which is cool. When fielded, spin each opposing villain die down 1 level. Doesn't do a ton. He's got a 1/2/5 though, just like the old stat line, which is pretty sick. Man, just reminds me way back when Patch was around, the Nick Fury Patch days. I think those are the same stat lines. Common, uncommon, common Loki, who's got the immortal ability. Got these other secondary ability there. Got 2/4/7 on top. Then we have uncommon Thor, so we've got the common and uncommon Thor. There's a super rare version of this as well, which is pretty cool. It's just that he's a 7-drop, so he's a little difficult to get to. So you can redirect the damage. This kind of plays like the super rare, but the super rare is better. Its ability is similar, but super rare is better. I'm just gonna throw the packs on the ground willy-nilly, and we'll sort out the rest at the end. No big deal. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What do you guys think about collecting via the draft packs? Are you guys a fan of collecting via the draft packs? I am actually kind of on board with collecting via draft packs. Common Thorbuster, Iron Man, and uncommon Beta Ray Bill. I'm actually kind of a fan of it. I go back and forth. You know, I was actually going to go in and buy a draft pack set, but the store only got one in, and we're going to do a draft, so I'm not gonna be the guy that buys the draft pack set and then we have to draft with this stuff. I guess you could still draft this way, but I like that format for drafting. Common Iron Man and uncommon Daredevil here. Prep a die from your bag when your opponent fields a villain. So anytime someone shrieks you, then you get to prep a die. Congratulations, unless they shriek your Daredevil. Actually, no, I think based on the way that the rulebook's about to change, spoiler alert, I don't know if I could say that. Based on the rulebook, you might actually still get that trigger off. I like the idea of drafting from draft packs or collecting from draft packs because it gives me less stuff that I have to store, you know? Common and rare Iron Man, which I haven't seen yet. While he is active once per turn, when you use a global, prep a die from your bag. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's a 5-drop, but I think you can make this work. That's pretty cool. I like that. When you use a global, prep a die. So you you throw that onto a team alongside the really popular forms of ramp like Mimic Ramp or well, actually Mimic Ramp is the one that's really taking advantage of using the Professor X global right now. Common Nick Fury, and we've got uncommon Enchantress. I'm gonna bump this music down. That'll probably save everyone's ears. Go like, actually, I'll bump it down this way. The thing that made me lean towards buying a gravity feed, even though it was the only option for me, but I think right as I was getting out of my car, I was like, yeah, I should probably buy a gravity feed, because I think, unless they've changed the distribution with these draft packs, that you have a higher likelihood of pulling a second super rare via gravity feed instead of draft pack. I think there's a 1 in 2 chance that you get a display that is a 2 super rare display, and a 3 in 4 chance that you get a 2 super rare gravity feed. So we've got common Crystal, which is, I like all of her rarities. They're all very interesting. Reroll your action dice. We've got uncommon Hogan, which is the immortal that you want to run with that rare Mary Jane. Jane Foster. Same thing. Same thing. You want to run that rare one with this uncommon one so that you can get the sick buffs. All right, we've got common and uncommon. Common Heimdall, uncommon Fandral. Give your bros there +2/+2 and deadly, which is a bit redundant because if you're giving these decently statted guys, I call them minions, oops, decently statted guys +2/+2, then they're pretty much KOing what they get. Hollow common Crystal, and we've got the, whoa, a girl Punisher. I've not seen this card. We've got a common Punisher, or if I did, I did not know. When she deals damage to an opponent, you may purchase a Punisher character die for 1. Wow, that's interesting. She's a 2/6/3, so you push this through, you buy another one. 5-drop. If she were a 4-drop, that would be really, really cool. You could still do some stuff with that, but it's not going to be nearly as competitive than if you would have, if they would have made her a 4 or something like that. Next up, we've got some really bent ones. We've got Absorbing Man, the common, and then we've got the uncommon Iron Man. So we now have all of the Iron Man. When you use a global, he gets +1/+1, which is pretty good. He's a 4-drop as well, so you buy him. He's a 2/6/4 on top, and you use a global. Actually, scratch that when your opponent uses a global. Then you get +1/+1. But a 2/6/4 for 4 is scary good. Got some colorful dice here. We've got Blackheart, and the colorful one was the Hulk, who you get the nice little +1 buff with the fist on her uncommon version. Next. Yeah, I get the like having extras thing, but man, when you have so many extras, you fill up a closet. It's sometimes good to not have that many extras. And if you can find people to give it to, that's great. I would gladly do that. I would most definitely do that. So, in fact, that's what I'm kind of doing. Ooh, a hollow rare Mjolnir. Let's take a look at the hollow rare Mjolnir. Wall of text. I'll read it to you if you can't see it. It's a little out of focus, and I lean closer to be more intimate into the microphone. Deal 1 damage to target character die, then deal 2 damage to target character die that hasn't been damaged by the effect, and then continue increasing this damage dealt and selecting new targets in this way until a character die is KO'd. Basically, or all dice have been damaged. Basically, it's a 3-drop Cone of Cold, but it just keeps going, which is really cool. But the really, really cool thing, and the fact that it's combined with this is really great. It's pay 0 once per turn. You basically just have the old, was it Merlin? Yeah. Yes, this is a Merlin global. Merlin. Which is sick, and that's a hollow rare, so I am super pumped about that one. Boom. I like it. That's a good first hollow rare. Let's see if there's another one. In this exact pack. This is the one. Boom. No. So we got the Thor, the female Thor. So there's a super rare version of this. This is the common. Immortal, and then Thor cannot be damaged by villains or action dice, which is actually pretty good in this meta. She's a 6-drop with a 3/6/8 on top. We've got the uncommon Kate Bishop, which deals 1 damage to target opponent, and target attacking character die is no longer attacking, which is also really, really cool. I like this card a lot. It's just a 1/3/4, which is decent, which I think is good enough for a 3-drop. So I love the Kate Bishop. In fact, I think all of the Kate Bishops in this set, if I remember correctly, are pretty good. Opening 2 at once. Oh, I was just gonna rip something. Next up, we got Balder. The Brave, the common Balder. And then we've got a hollow, uncommon Thorbuster Iron Man, which also has a wall of text. He costs 1 less to purchase for each active character die with Immortal, to a minimum of 2. So you can get this guy for a 2, and he's got a 2/7/7 on top. He's got the pay 2 masks. Once during your turn, target opposing character die with Immortal, and target character die you control deal damage equal to their attack to each other. Which is kind of cool because you can basically just pay 2 to ping something off, assuring that your guy stays up. This is a pretty good card, and that's a good card in draft as well. I would look for that in draft if I were you. Of course, I'm not you, and I could be worse than you. So if you're better than me, tell me I'm wrong. So, yes. All right, we've got a spider, Spider. When he's active, deal double all damage dealt to villain character dice, which is good in this meta. We've got the Rare Billy Club, which I heard about this before it was spoiled. I don't know if it got spoiled yet or if this is the first day, but I was told about this card and that this is a pretty good one. So let's read it together. Choose target opposing character die and re-roll it. If it rolls an energy face, move it to used. Otherwise, return it to its field zone at its original level. It's an action as well, so you can do some cool action-y stuff with it, and it comes with the pay 0 once per turn. Spin one of your sidekick dice to its mask face. So this is one you'd also want to pick up and put into your collection, because that's going to be a meta card, just like all of the other energy fixers were. It's a meta card, and it actually provides you some form of removal, so it's more than just a pretty face, if you get what I'm saying. Next up, we've got Volstagg, Overcrush. He gives +2/+2 and Overcrush to your other guys, your other friends, and this one's pretty good. And I would put this on an Immortal team just because you get the you don't get the lowering of the Immortal, but you get that Hogun, and you give him Overcrush, and you make him disgusting, and it's awesome. Then the uncommon Nick Fury. So we've got a full Nick Fury as well. So we picked up his rare earlier. I'm always one of those people that, like, because I stack up my pack trash, like, over off to the side. I worry that I, like, miss a pack or drop a pack and it falls into that little stack and then I throw it away. You ever wonder that? That would stink. That would be the worst. Alright. Looks like we got 2 commons here. Sorry. Common Daredevil and then a common The Bifrost. Until the end of the turn, you fill the character die. You may move 1 copy of the character die from your use to the field zone at the same level. So this works great with a lot of little guys, and doesn't work with Swarm, but it works with stuff that you're trying to get, like Dum Dum Dugan. That would be a great example. Throw that on a Dum Dum Dugan team, and you can just pop it over and use after you purchase one, and you field one, and get it out there. All of the Bifrosts are really, really cool, and I wouldn't say broken, but I struggle with the word broken. I don't really buy into the broken kind of word, but I do think it's powerful. Chipmunk Hunk gets blah, 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 blah. He gets +2/+2 if you have the highest purchase cost character. So early on, this guy is really, really good. Good in draft. He's a 6/5 early on. Drop him down if you can get on the board. If you have initiative first, or if you have some way to remove your guys, your opponent's guys, then he can get really, really big. As a 3-drop, even just a 4/3 is pretty decent. The 2 fielding really is bad, though. Rare Kate Bishop. Oh, yeah. Here we go. When fielded, Kate Bishop cannot be blocked by character dice of a higher level, which means you can get a unblockable 3/2, which is not bad. But I just like Kate Bishop, and that art is sick. I like that art. Next. And to be honest, if I'm being honest, which I am, I'm not really sure of several of the super rares, power level wise. So we got common Odin. We have hollow uncommon Absorbing Man. I'm not sure what, outside of Malekith, which I think is probably the best super rare, Maybe even one of the better super rares to be released in a few sets. Not the best. I think that honor goes to probably, well, I don't know. I was about to say Yanti, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe Yanti gets nerfed even more. Either way, I think Malekith is up there on good ones. Outside of Malekith, what are the other good super rares in your opinion? Double damage to mass character dice, which I've never really liked these abilities because it's so situational. Uncommon Destroyer, and all the Destroyers are actually pretty good. I like that he's unaffiliated, so he doesn't really fit on, or doesn't shoehorn him in the affiliation. He's just kind of a neutral character, which makes sense with his personality, if that is such a thing, and not really a personality. He gets +1/+1 when he gains the villain affiliation, so I guess he does fit on that. I should have read the card. Embarrassing. All right, what do we got here? I think we got a Mr. Fix-It. We've got another Bifrost, common Bifrost. We've got the uncommon Mr. Fix-It. When a character dies KO'd, he gets +2/+2. Man, let's talk about the common Mr. Fix-It. Now, it's a 6-drop, so it's not broken in that sense, but I mean, it's pretty good. If it were not a 6-drop, then, you know, we would have, if it were like lower than 6, then we would have some problems, because that card is super good. Ping him with a Magic Missile Global, and you just win the game. Give him Overcrush, and win the game. Oh, we have a super rare. What is it? Ragnarok and Thor. Unworthy. When Thor is active, you may sacrifice him, and if you do, prevent all damage dealt to you or your character dice. So it does it to you or your character dice. You don't get to do both. He's a 7-drop, so that is hard to get to. He is an 8/8 on top. This would be good if there was like one thing pushing him over, you know, like one more thing. Right now it's okay. It's not bad. Like, you could definitely put it on. I mean, Ronan saw so much play, but Ronan saw so much play, and this is basically Ronan. Ronan saw so much play because it was like a 3-drop. You know, you could get that out super early. This is a 7-drop, much harder, not impossible, but much harder to get to in comparison to a Ronan. So the reason that Ronan was so good is because he was a 3. And he did that same thing. I think, did you sack him, or did you? No, you KO'd him, right? So that was even better. So definitely not as good as Ronan, but certainly something to keep your eye on if things go a different way in the meta. We've got common Samantha Wilson, and we've got uncommon Samantha Wilson. So I believe we got a rare Samantha. I don't remember. If we got a rare Samantha Wilson, then that's good. She preps a die. The uncommon preps a die when your sidekicks deal damage to an opponent, which is pretty cool. You get her out there. She's 5 though. That's an unfortunate purchase cost. Another Karnak, another common Karnak, and an uncommon Loki. Deal only 1 damage if you're an immortal character. Die. Only deal the 1. Next. Okay, we've got another Thor. And we've got a hollow common Destroyer. Thor, this is the common Thor. So we now have a set of Thors. I forgot. We have a set. How nice is that? Alright, now the question is, now that we've gotten one out of the way, did I pick the 1 and 4 of a 1 super rare box, or is this a 2 super rare box? We have another Mr. Fix-It. This is the common Mr. Fix-It. Why is it broken? I'm going to use the word broken. Because every time you deal damage, he gets X attack, where X is his printed attack value until the end of the turn. Now, there are a lot of stuff that, you know, make this not broken, that you can use to play against it, right? So you can use distraction globals, you can use Thor to not even worry about him, right? I guess that's one way to do it. You can blink him back, you can block him. I guess you could block him, right? If he has Overcrush, then you can block with a bunch of stuff. But there's stuff to do. You can cancel effects, right? You can blank him. There's a lot of stuff to play around with him. But the fact that he can get basically, you get 1 die. He's an 8/8. You ping him twice, he kills you if you can't let him through. And then he just sits out there. If you do block him, you do it again next turn, right? So there's some serious potential with him. Blackheart, he's not going to be, I don't know if he'll be super meta just because he's a 6-drop, but he's really powerful and casual. Uncommon Blackheart. Which of these Blackhearts is the really good one? He's active when you purchase a villain. You may pay 1 if you add it to your bag, and he gets +1/+1. This one's pretty good. Yeah, this one's pretty good. His stat line's a 254 for 4, and then he gets buffed every time you buy another villain. So that's worth a look in draft. Well, the way that draft packs are going now, I think it's easier to draft around certain things like that. So look for him. Another common Heimdall, and we've got a common Sif. This is the when Thor's active, she gets +3 attack 1, and she is also an immortal. By the way, immortal keyword basically means that if she were to ever go to the used pile, instead she just goes to the bag, which is a cool ability, because if she were to hit you in the face, then she just goes back to the bag and you get to see her sooner. Got another Hulk. This is the common Hulk. Looks like that. I like the art, by the way. In fact, half of the art in this set I like, and the other half I'm not too keen on. We want to find the rare Wrecker. Let's go ahead and find the rare Wrecker. Those are both commons. The rare Wrecker is pretty sick. I think that was spoiled, right? Was that one spoiled? Pepper Potts, common Pepper Potts. She can't attack, just like her old AOU Pepper Potts. When Pepper Potts is active, while she's active, excuse me, draw an extra die at the beginning of your clear and draw step. If it's non-sidekick die, prep it. If it is a sidekick die, I assume you roll it. That's sort of the working thing that they've been doing with their... When they leave that hanging and they don't tell you what to do with it, it usually means roll it. Is this not the same exact reprinted card from AOU? I can't remember. Oh, here's an uncommon record. Target opposing character die must block him, pay double fist. Target character die must block this turn, and a different target character die gets +1 this turn. Ooh, that's interesting. You don't have to target the same thing. Obviously, you would target something that gives you an advantage, either something that's unblockable or something that something that's going to engage and then now KO the other thing. We've got Ragnarok common, and we've got Odin uncommon. Gives your other character die +1/+1. He's a 3/5/8 on top, which is pretty cool. You can tell they reused the die side images from the last set, or from the last time he showed up, which was AOU, because it's got those burst symbols, and I don't think any of his rarities actually use bursts. But hey, who am I to judge? I'm just a guy with a camera. Just a guy with a camera. We've got a common Fandral, so I think that completes the Fandrals. When he attacks, the opposing character die with the highest purchase cost must block him. So he's very, very good early, or if your opponent's board is pretty light, which is pretty cool. And the common Nick Fury, so we got those going on. Stocking up on the commons. How's the day, everyone? How's the new year? Happy New Year. Happy 2018. Hopefully 2018 is a good year to all of you. Got Chipmunk Hunk, common Chipmunk Hunk. +2/+2, that same one. We've got the Hollow Common Bifrost. That makes 3 Bifrosts now that are all commons so far. And this one, until the end of the turn, when you feel the character die, it's that same exact ability. I just like these Bifrost. Not only that, but the hollow version of it. Very colorful, very exciting, and fun to look at. Turn the music down. I don't actually have the headphones in to hear the music, so right now I started off by balancing it, but it's kind of distracting at times to me. You tell me, is the music distracting, or do you like it in the background? Because I can cut it. It's up to you. It's not bothering me. It's not bothering me. Alright. Daredevil common. Hollow uncommon Balder. He's an immortal. He gets +2 when you block, +2 attack when he is blocked. His stat line is okay. It's a 4/6 on top. So the best you're looking at is a 6/6, a 2/6/6 too, and he's a 6-drop, so probably not worth running. Female Thor, uncommon Hulk. Uncommon Hulk. A new year, a new Dice Masters year. Not a lot on the docket, which is honestly pretty good in my opinion, because dang, man, they're bombing us with some sets, dude. We've got another Hollow Rare. Let's see what it is. This is Beta Ray Bill and Hollow Rare Heimdall. Look at that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this the same? When fielded, draw a die as a when fielded, draw a die. No. Okay, yeah, it is the common one. I didn't read it. When fielded, draw and roll a die for one die for each character with Immortal. Yes. That's pretty. Man, that's a hard decision because you're never really gonna buy this guy if you don't build around it. Those are both really cool arts, though. Not bad. Not bad at all. The promo. What's the promo? The promo is Heimdall. You get this promo if you buy a box from your friendly local game store. It's the pre-order promo, or just, you know, most of the stores get these alongside their order. So unless your store, I think unless they specifically ask not to get it, your store should get some of those. So if you buy an entire box, they usually give those out. At least ours does, and a couple of others from a couple of other places. So check it out. Totally cool. We've got Uncommon Volstagg. He's the immortal version, and he can't be blocked by lower level character dice. He's a 258, which is insane. Put a stat flipper on him. He's a 285 for 5, which is pretty good. You're welcome, Floggin. You're welcome. I think I'm gonna finally. Nope. I was gonna say I'm gonna finally get another Chipmunk hunk, but no, it's the common. But this one's a hollow, so that's fun. We've got a common Yarnborn. Yarnbjorn. How many packs are we in? Hey, we got another rare. Spider. And the Rare Destroyer. He gets +1/+1 for each sidekick die in your field zone. He's a 5-drop, and he's a 5/4. +3 sidekicks, then you're looking at an 8/7. That's pretty good. An 8/7 for 5. Stat-wise, what is that similar to? An 8/7 for 5. I can't think of a card that's similar to that. That's if you have 3 sidekicks, which is not terribly hard to do. 2 sidekicks is probably more likely, right? 2 sidekicks, so you're looking at a 7/6. There's some 5/7/6s out there. None of them see play. KO all level 1 character dice other than Thor. Also KO all level 2 character dice, and that's only on the top side of the action die. It's a 4-drop, but it could, in a pinch, do some stuff, especially in draft. It's good in draft. Common Thor, Buster, Iron Man. Gets +4/+4 when blocking and when blocked by Thor character dice, which is a nice little thematic twist. Basically, he's just insane when you block with him, or it gets blocked by Thor. Just insane. Next up, we've got Samantha Wilson, common, and we've got a rare Thor, Buster, Iron Man, which is cool. When he's active, character dice with Immortal gain -4, get -4 attack. Probably doesn't play a lot in the competitive meta. More situational at best. It's kind of interesting, the choice, and I don't think about this very often, but I'm starting to think about it more. If you were to design a game, there's so much to think about, right? There's so many different aspects of said game to think about. There's the competitive aspect, there's the draft aspect, there's the casual aspect, and so designing cards for all of those matters, right? Same thing in all games. So common Iron Man and common Volstagg. Volstagg, yes. Volstagg. One of those. That's a tough job, man. It's tough to hit everything, right? You're probably not going to succeed on every level with every set and get every card playable, and I don't think you probably should either. If everything is playable, then nothing's playable. That's deep, and it's probably incorrect, but Sif, common. Got another rare, Samantha Wilson. So we do have the rare Samantha Wilson. She prevents, the global prevents 1 damage to target character die or player. So the preventing a player damage is pretty good. I feel like this box is getting lighter. Getting lighter and lighter. Next up, we've got common Kate Bishop. So that completes the Kate Bishop set. You lose life equal to Kate Bishop's defense when she gets fielded. So you're either losing 1, 2, or 4 every time you field her. This one reminds me of the good old throwback bad Hawkeye, right? Got common Punisher again. I'd like to see the other rarities of the Punisher, because I did not know, or just totally forgot that she was in this game, in this set. Good for her. Good for her. Common Fandral. And we've got Uncommon Spider, Legacy Lives On. Character dice cannot be KO'd except by combat damage. So they cannot get pinged out, basically, or removed via any other methods. Alright, comment says, this issue with the game is that WizKid keeps releasing these high-cost characters with weak abilities and then releases the 2-drop Yanti, Pureblood, and wonder why no one uses 6 or 7 cost characters. You're totally right. You're 100% correct. Adam understands. Whoa, look at that cool art. See, this is one of those cards of the art that I actually enjoy. Sacrifice any number of sidekicks if you do deal 1 damage to target opponent for each die sacrificed by this effect. If we were to take this and put it onto a, well, it's a 5-drop, and that's probably actually, this card's well designed. Okay, it's a 6/5, 2/6/5, it's a 5-drop, and it has an ability that deals direct damage. That is pretty decent, and you could use that. You can use that ability effectively as a win condition. See, that card is pretty interesting. That's a good casual card, right? We've got Common US Agent. When fielded, sacrifice a sidekick die, prep 2. And then Uncommon Thor. But Winter Soldier is that US Agent. See, he looks nice. It looks like the Winter Soldier. It looks slightly, the star looks a little different, unless I'm wrong. It looks very similar. Certainly similar, but it might be slightly changed. Someone pull up the image and tell me if that's the same or different. I'm gonna move all these uncommons. Again, man, draft packs, you don't have all this pack trash. It takes way less time to open all these packs. Oh, we got a double Daredevil situation going on over here. That means that one of these is gonna be holo rare. Hey, when Daredevil is active, when an opposing villain character dies KO'd, gain 1 life. Gain 1 life. Gain life. Oh man, that's another topic. I love gain life effects. It doesn't provide a win condition, but man, is it really, really fun. And yet, we don't get... I guess the game is not structured in such a way that you can do something with the gain life effects. We have such little life. Rare Karnak, or common Karnak. I want the rare Hela too, that sweet global on her. Uncommon though, sadly. The game is structured in such a way that you can't actually do much with gain life. We have so little life, and you can lose the entire game and so quickly that gaining life doesn't really do much. You have to invest, like, let's talk about the, I think it's a 4-drop or a 5-drop that gains you life. The Civil War basic action, right? Long live the resistance, right? You can't, you pay 5 or you pay 4 to get that, and then you can't do much with it because you have to wait for the die to cycle. You gain your life, and then you probably just die after you do that because you spent so much on common and uncommon, by the way. Common Fandral, uncommon Wrecker. You spent so much tempo, and you've spent so much energy, value, if you will, on the gaining of life, and it doesn't help you win, right? There's no, like, secret win. Whoa, that's a cool die. That's a Surtur die. You can't do anything with it, right? You hit the cap. And it makes no sense, but the game is not set up to do any. Hey! Rare Wrecker. While he's active, players can only use globals on active character dice, or active characters, which is awesome. Good for that. I'm a super big fan of that card. And so I would love to see the game change in some way that makes life gain interesting. Or like print us a 2-cost that gains you 1 life when fielded. Or a 3-cost. Is that broken? Like, tell me, is that broken? If there's a 3-drop that when fielded gain 1 life, what's wrong with that? So we got a common Jane Foster and a common Pepper Potts. The Lady Pack. That's pretty cool. Is that a euphemism? Apologize if it is. My wife just texted me. She said she needed to be picked up. She gonna be picked up late. Sorry, wife. I apologize. No, really, I do feel bad. Common Mjolnir and an uncommon Thor. Gain 2 life when she KOs an opposing character die with combat damage. I don't know what else she would KO an opposing character die. She does not have an ability to do that. It's not possible. 2 costs with life gain. Promo Constantine. Promo Constantine. But which one? Which Promo Constantine? Like the really, really old promo card? Like Infinity whatever? Oh, I want the rare crystal too. Common and uncommon. Hey, roll any Punisher character dice in your use pile. Deal 1 target opponent for each bolt rolled. Then prep those. Wow, this is sick. Oh my gosh. See, again, this one, it hurts my heart. Because it's a 5-drop, which means at maximum you're getting 2 of these. Right? You're getting 2. Yeah, Trinity War. Sorry, guys. That's totally right. What did I say? You're getting 2 of these. You're investing 10 energy to get 2 Punishers and to do that ability 1 time. That's a super cool ability. Make it a 4-drop, right? Let us play around with that. I mean, it's not going to be competitive, right? I mean, this ability, it's a when KO'd, so you trigger her with, Fabricate. You prep over a second one, and you get to do that probably 1 time because you just took this 5-drop. You triggered the when KO'd ability so you could get a second one over there, and then you die. And I don't want to turn this into like a I hate WizKids thing, because I do not. I love this game, and I love that they're really doing some cool stuff to push it. Hey, hollow uncommon chipmunk hunk. My brain froze there. I don't hate them, but at all. I like the company, right? But I would love to see certain things printed, and that would be one of them. Oh my gosh, crystal, common crystal, and a rare crystal. During your roll and reroll step, spin question faces to pawn faces, which is super cool. I love that. That's so cool. That makes me happy. No, I love this game so much. This game is awesome, and I would love to see them do cool and interesting stuff like that. I don't think the exclusion of that things is not hurting the game, right? It's not hurting the game that we don't have life gain as a bigger thing. It's not hurting the game that we don't have, like that being a 4-drop instead of a 5-drop isn't going to kill the game. And if you really want to make it work, then you find a way to make it work. Come on, rare Rainbow Road thing. Uncommon. When you field a character die this turn, you prep a die of the same energy type in your use pile. It's a 3. Also prep a die from your bag. This is pretty good when you field a character die this turn. So you play this while you field any character, including a sidekick. Prep a die of the same. Oh, I guess the sidekick wouldn't do anything, but that's pretty cool. Prep a character of the same energy. So mono energy teams can make that work. Cosmic Cube Punisher. I don't know where you're going with that. Dude, are you serious? All right, so Volstagg, right? Common Volstagg. But look, we've also got the rare Yarnborn. That's Yarnbjorn. God, sorry, everyone. That's the energy fixer as well. And this one's cool too. Check this out. This is the immortal piece. You can purchase a character die with immortal for 3 less to a minimum of 1, add it to your bag. Instead, purchase it for 4 less to a minimum of 1. You throw this on with the static discount of the rare Jane Foster, which we haven't pulled. And these are a lot of rares. I don't think we will pull her. Probably have to go scoop her up. And you make an immortal team that's really cool in casual, right? Another Kate Bishop. Someone said earlier they don't know why this is no sense to even include. She's a 2-drop 3/4 that you have to pay 1 to get out. Make her a 0 cost, and then I could possibly see doing this. Wait, can Shriek target your own characters? Because you just target this one. This is cool. You give your guys Overcrush, your immortals Overcrush. +2/+2 as well. So you get the 4-drop immortal Hogan guy. You give him +2/+2 and Overcrush with that action. You buy a bunch of them for 2 with the rare what's-her-face, Jane Foster. Another Karnak that's common. I don't think I've gotten an uncommon. Hey, there's a hollow uncommon Jane Foster. Pretty cool. To get you low enough to use your life. Zach Pope coming in hot. The hot takes. That's some strategy right in there. Get you low and you can use the life gain. I like it. You just get low enough and then you can like heal for 2 and hope to not die the next turn. Deal 2. This is pops it for 2. And then it has this really, really situational text there. Got an uncommon chipmunk hunk. Chipmunk hunk. Oh god, the dice, they're piling up. Oh dude, we're getting low on the packs here. We're getting low. We've got another rare, though. We've got a Balder, common Balder, and then we've got rare Hulk. When fielded, if your opponent controls a character die with a higher level than this Hulk that you just fielded, deal 4 to it and spin this Hulk up 1 level, which is pretty cool. So this is an ability that hits the board fast. It's a fast ability, and you could actually do something with it. It's a 7/7 on top. You're likely to trigger it every time you field, unless you roll her on her level 3 side, in which case you got a 7/7. So that's an ability that makes sense for a 6-drop. It's on the come on, Pat. It's on the fringe of being something you could put onto a team. It's pretty decent in draft, and I guess that's what we're not thinking, or what I'm not thinking about, is the fact that, or how these things play in draft as well. Another common Punisher. We've got the uncommon Mjolnir. Deal 1 for each bolt in your reserve to a target character. Also deal that same amount to your opponent. So you could fix this to be pretty cool. But he's a 5-drop. It's a 5-drop action. Fix it with what? Uncommon Rip Hunter. Put everything on double bolt side by a bunch of, little bolt guys. Deal a bunch of damage to stuff. Common, uncommon. Uncommon Enchantress. This one's actually really interesting. Check this out. Uncommon, when it's active, while it's active, when an opposing character die is fielded, that die deals 1 damage to all other opposing character dice. So basically just don't field any sidekicks, because they're going to get pinged, or they're going to ping. Hulk common. Got the uncommon Surtur. Gets +2/+2 for each opposing character die, which this guy can get big. He's a 2/8/8. He's a 7-drop. But it's a passive effect. And okay, so how do you make this not broken? I'll let you guys. I'll have an idea, right? Or not broken. How do you make this playable? Okay, take this. You can't change anything, but you can add to the ability. Okay, that's the thing. What do you say? What do you put on this ability to make it playable? Because right now it doesn't do enough to see casual play. Probably not really good in draft unless you can get 7 somehow. Common. And hollow uncommon Heimdall. So I think we do have a hollow foil set for Heimdall now, which is pretty sick. Thank you, Overcrush. Right, you give it Overcrush. Exactly. Overcrush. Give that die Overcrush. And then all of a sudden it's interesting. We've got another Mr. Fix-It. And we've got an uncommon Pepper Potts. Only character in the field zone. And if it's only your only character in the field zone, excuse me. Then she gets +3/+3. So you have a 2/5/5 with that Iron Man affiliation. Iron Friends? I don't know what they call it. Let's look. It's the... Whoa. They don't have the affiliations on here. Oops. Don't tell them. They didn't put the affiliations on here like they did for the past couple. We got another Iron Man and another Pepper Potts. Hollow uncommon Pepper Potts right there. Yeah, it's just the card that we just looked at. And the common Thor. Hey, we may have a box. I may have pulled the 1 and 4 and gotten a box with 1 super rare instead of 2. There's only like a couple of packs left. I think like 15 packs. Well, dude. Make it a win fielded so that the buff is static and that it plays well with the Hellfire Club. That's an interesting idea too. Got hollow common Iron Man. We got common Immortal. Or common Sith. Who is an Immortal? Make it a win fielded effect. So it would say win fielded. What would it say? Where was it? Win fielded gets +2/+2 for each opposing character die. And then what is the Hellfire Club that it combos with? I forgot. Makes every... No. What was that one? I forgot. Explain, Ryan. Explain. Boom. Make it a Stark Industries. That's the one. Here's another Hogan. This one is Intimidate. It's the same common Hogan. And we've got common Wrecker. We're looking for the uncommon Hogan, I think. That has the Immortal keyword. An Immortal team. That would be fun casual team. That's the one pack that you can't open. That pack that you can't get to. Hey, we've got a super rare. So 2 super. Whoa, here we go. This one was interesting. When fielded, if you have less life than an opponent, KO target character die. When fielded, KO target villain character die. And when fielded, KO or underdog, KO target character die with the fielding cost of 0. So what you're gonna do? Here's what you're gonna do. You ready? You're gonna buy this 5-drop. You're also gonna buy the 5-drop. I should put this die somewhere safe. right there. So I got the combo of the Thor. You're going to buy this 5-drop. You're going to buy the Adam Warlock that doubles your when fielded effect, right? You're going to take both of those, and you're going to make sure your life is lower by playing Kate Bishop, right? The common Kate Bishop, okay? And then you're just going to go ham and KO everything. How sick would that be? Common Yarnbjorn, and uncommon U.S. Agent. Now that's a sit. That 5-drop. See, this feels good for a 5-drop. This feels really, really powerful-ish for a 5-drop. Like you could do something with that, right? So guys, we didn't get Malekith. Looks like I have to go and like spend money or trade for a Malekith. Got common Blackheart here and common you sir, common Malekith. Just for the global, really. The global, well, not just for the global, but because the card itself is really good too, the ability. But, I mean, even this one's pretty good. Action die, prep a die from your bag. Man. They always put the good win fielded effects on dice with good defense. Earthquake's a double-edged sword because she's the only character in the field, and she must KO herself if you have lower life. That is true. She can be a double-edged sword, but you're paying 5 for her, which means you're not buying her on turn 1. And so if... I mean, she's really not... That's a very fringe case, I think, right? Is that not a very fringe case? Jane Foster common. Got the common Bifrost. Let's look for the rare Bifrost so we can break some games. That one's broken, right? So she's not always going to hit like that, or even really very often is she going to hit like that. Some good rares in this set, man. I'm happy with several of these rares. All the energy fixers in particular. Common Jane Foster, common Mjolnir. We're coming to the last several packs. Here we go. Yeah, they do make it a little difficult to cycle your wind fielded effects, which means you have to run. So you have to handcuff those with, you know, Fabricate, that sort of thing. How about that rare Amber Golem with Fabricate? It's pretty cool. Common, uncommon. Reduce all the requirements of the Fabricate keywords. Pop that one down. You can both buy the Amber Golem and make your stuff easier once you field one of them. Common, U.S. Agent, and Mr. Fix-It. All right, I'm down to 3 packs, so I think we're topped off on rares. I haven't counted, but I'm just assuming. So, tell me, video coming soon. I know Zach's working on something. That dude pumps out videos all the time. I feel so underachieving because I'm like doing family things, but I love my family, so at the same time I don't. Uncommon Sif, which is a pretty cool one. Gets buffed for other immortal dice. Fortunately, she's 5, so that's tough. Oh, with the Amber Golem, gotcha. All right, best card in the set, go. Best non-super rare in the set, so you can't pick Malekith. Go. Best card in the set. Common. Oh, hey. Oh, no, it's common. Are you kidding me? See, like, people were telling me, hey, you should not collect with the draft packs because you will not get a full set of commons and uncommons with draft packs. Dude, I don't even have a full set of commons and uncommons with a stupid gravity feed. I mean, come on, man. Unless it's sitting in one of the last 2 packs, which would be pretty sick. Would be a pretty sick thing. So we've got common Enchantress. I should put it on camera. And the uncommon Volstagg. Okay, so Zach, we got to do more things together then. So if you can do quantity, then I could do quality. Okay. Oh, I lied. There's 3 packs now. Now it's the last 3 packs. We'll get together. I know. So me and myself and James played last night. I played a really stupid team, and he played a way better team. Actually, scratch that. He played a theme team, and I played a team that was an iteration on the staff team that I'm working on. I'm looking at different triggers on staff, which one's best. I played one that was I kind of figured was worse because I wanted to see if it was more fun. Answer, it's not more fun. And also, don't watch Game 3 that he's going to upload because I feel terrible. The worst misplays. And it was actually, just watch it because it's actually really funny. So check out his channel. Sorry, I'm totally looking at this card and not even reading it. It gives +1 to something, something, I don't know. But it's really, really funny. The end of the game, the way that the game ends is hilarious. We played a 3-game series, and we went 3 games, all 3 games, and so he was up very late. And so I apologize heavily for that. But by the end of it, we were both pretty gassed. Game 2 was really long. All right, Common Odin, and the final one is a hollow. Is it the final pack? No, there's one pack in here. Hollow rare Karnak, but when fielded before the attack step, the first opposing character die you damage this turn is KO'd. If multiple character dice, you get to choose one. He's a 3-drop. He's a 4/3. So you put this on and you ping something before the attack step, and you get to auto KO. And it's a when fielded effect, so it's not bad. That's pretty cool. And he's a hollow. You could do stuff with that. That could be a cool little tech card. Unfortunately, you only have 8 team slots, so tech cards are in tech card spots are in short supply. All right, this is the last pack. So someone said Rare Wrecker as their #1 card in the set. That's an interesting and not a bad pick at all. Common Billy Club and common Blackheart. All right, so the breakdown, I'm not even counting the commons and uncommons. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. Yes, you do totally get... Oh, here we go. You get more cards for your money. 1 for 1, you get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 on the dot. So that's the average, right? Sometimes you get 17, sometimes you get 15. 4 hollow rares and 2 super rares. So all in all, pretty good haul. I got exactly average on what I was expecting. I did not pull one of those 1 in 4 boxes, so boom, we did it. This was it. My wife just called me because she's totally ready to get picked up, which means I got to hit the road. But thank you guys for hanging out with me and opening these. So this was fun. I enjoyed myself. I enjoy sitting and talking with people about this game, and maybe we should do it again sometime. If someone wants to throw me some cash, I can go buy some more packs, and we can sit around and talk about what you guys think of the state of Dice Masters and what you'd like to see, how you'd like to see the game change, and, you know, what you like, what you dislike, you know, that sort of thing. We should sit down. This would be fun. We should sit down and we should look at all the, well, maybe not all the modern sets. We should look at the 3 latest sets and rank power level wise all of the super rares. That would be cool. Let's do that. We're gonna do that tomorrow, the next day. Give me like 2 days to pull all the, well, no, because I'm going out of town this weekend. Man, family stuff. That's busy. Give me a couple of days to pull all the card images, and I can throw them up on the screen when we do it, and you guys and me, we can all sit down and we can just sit around and rank all of the super rares from the last 3 sets, from Thor, TOA. We'll go back to Guardians of the Galaxy, because that feels like when they really kicked things back into gear with releasing sets. So we'll do the past 4 sets. We'll go 8, 16, 24, 32 cards. We'll rank 32 cards. We'll go 1 to 32 or 32 to 1, and we'll hack out. Is that a lot? Is 32 a lot for us to just sit around and talk about? Are we ever going to get that done? I don't know. Maybe we'll do 8. Maybe we'll do 16. We'll figure it out. Top 16. So think about that. I'll pull card images and we can throw it on the screen and hack through it together and come up with a thing. All right, I got to go pick up my wife. She just got her hair cut. Thank you guys for hanging out, and have a good one. As always, thanks for watching.